Did you know during Barack Obama's victory speech he said, "Because if we are willing to work for it and fight for it and believe in it, then I am absolutely certain that generations from now we will be able to look back and tell our children that this was the moment when we began to provide care for the sick and good jobs to the jobless. This was the moment when the rise of the oceans began to slow and our planet began to heal." So, in other words, to date, we haven't done jack to help anyone in need here in America. We're such selfish people. For all of you out there who accept Obama's word, let's not forget all that Lyndon Baines Johnson and his Great Society gave us. I want to thank Jeffrey Lord at the American Spectator for this little history lesson, as I was only 5 when this was happening and not paying much attention. LBJ gave us such great legislation and programs like college facilities, clean air, vocational training, Indian vocational training, manpower training, federal airport aid, farm programs, pesticide controls, International Development Association, urban mass transit, water resources research, federal highway, civil service pay raises, the war on poverty, truth and securities, and the Medicine Bow National Forest. But wait, there's more. The Ozark Scenic Riverway, Administrative Conference, food stamps, Housing Act, nurse training, revenues for recreation, library services, federal employee health benefits, and wilderness areas. Now, while that may seem like a lot, that's only some of what LBJ accomplished in just 1 month of 1963 and part of 1964. Then came 1965. Medicare, aid to education, higher education, 4-year farm program, the Department of Housing and Urban Development, the Housing Act, a Social Security increase, fair immigration law, older Americans, and the Heart Cancer and Stroke Program. Drug controls, mental health facilities, health professions, medical libraries, vocational rehabilitation, anti-poverty programs, Arts and Humanities Foundation, Aid to Appalachia, water pollution control, high-speed transit, community health services, Water Resources Council, water desalting, juvenile delinquency control, and retirement for public servants. I know this list seems to have been going on and on and on, and I haven't even finished off 1965, so being cognizant of time and not being able to go through all the stuff passed from 1966 to 68, I'd be remiss if I left out things like child nutrition, rent supplements, clean rivers, child safety, narcotics rehabilitation, water research, water for peace, air pollution control, Education Act, Deaf Blind Center, safe streets, wholesome poultry, school breakfasts, aircraft noise abatement, better housing, oil revenues for recreation, juvenile delinquency protection, guaranteed student loans, gun controls, aid to handicapped children, hazardous radiation protection, and dangerous drugs control. But since we haven't done anything, ever, to help anyone in America, Barack Obama is going to change all that. Just maybe he should work on his arrogance first. The left always assumes they are smarter than the rest of us. They call George Bush stupid. Now, does Barack Obama come off as smart explaining his own health care proposal?
Everybody knows that it makes no sense that you send a kid to the emergency room for a treatable illness like asthma. They end up taking up a hospital bed. It costs, you gave them treatment early, and they got some treatment and a breathalyzer, or an inhalator, not a breathalyzer. I haven't had much sleep in the last 48 hours, so.
And how would he pay for that breathalyzer?
What they'll say is, well, it costs too much money. But you know what? It would cost about the same as what we would spend. Over the course of 10 years, it would cost what it would cost us. All right, okay, we're going to. It would cost us about the same as it would cost for about, hold on one second, I can't hear myself. But I'm glad you're fired up, though. I'm glad.
Yeah, smart.